I heard my wife and her partner insulting me in the bedroom, and I'm seriously questioning our future together. My wife came home last night and we had a very long and incredibly difficult conversation. She texted me yesterday and asked if it was okay with me if she came home after work. I said it's her home too and that I'd been waiting for her for 3 days. We talked and basically, there was some good and some bad, and we're taking baby steps on crackling ice. As soon as she walked in the door and saw me, she broke down and started apologizing. For what they said, for what she said afterwards, and for leaving, all of it. The crap talk about me has been going on for nearly 2 years. Started around the time 2020 was toning down so we could see people again. She had told him she'd missed him during the deed the first time they met back up. He told her yeah because all she's had in 2020 is me, and it escalated from there. They don't do it regularly, just from time to time, and that she was mortified I had heard it. She said she never means any of that stuff, but it turns him on and the deed is better as a result. Dude has his own major insecurities apparently, and she had taken it upon herself to make him feel more like a man, and she never thought I'd ever hear or be hurt by it. The way she phrased it was that when they crap talk like that, it pretty much tends to be around stuff that he doesn't feel he measures up about, and she always knows it's false and has never spoken a bad word about me outside that headspace. Her initial burst of anger when I barged in the bedroom, she says, came from a place of extreme embarrassment and shame. I should note that while we do get off on listening, we never watch each other. We've tried a few times, but there's something about the visual that rubbed us both the wrong way, so we stopped. So for her, when I walked in, it was kind of like a parent busting in on you going to town watching some messed up stuff. It is also true that when I walked in, he did have her in a very vulnerable position performing a humiliating intimate act on her, so I see how that could have made her erupt in shame. Upon reflection, it may also be possible that seeing her in that compromised position added to my own anger in that moment as well. She was also feeling embarrassed on behalf of the guy, that she wasn't able to provide a safe place for him, and blamed me in the moment for embarrassing them both. This also fueled her defensiveness afterwards and her refusal to back down or concede anything. I'd made her feel like a whore, apparently. She apologized unreservedly for not acknowledging my feelings on the night and for not apologizing straight away. She regrets the things she said during our big fight and that I was totally right to feel the way I did and that she was just feeling humiliated and cornered, but that she knows I must have felt even worse. I asked her if she loves him. Of course not, she says. They have great chemistry and she cares about him a lot, but they would never be compatible in real life and not once has she ever contemplated a future with him. It somehow upset her that I would think that. However, she confessed that she has known for over a year that he has been in love with her since at least before 2020. He tells her frequently but she never says it back. She said that it made their time together more intimate and enjoyable, and since she knew she could never reciprocate his feelings, it wasn't a threat. She's made it clear to him plenty of times that a future between them wasn't on the cards. This part has been really difficult for me to process. She said they would stop that kind of talk going forward. I said not good enough, I want him out. She started crying and said she feared I would want that but hoped I wouldn't. She asked if there's any way they might be able to continue. I said she could hang out with him all she wants but she'd be doing it as a single woman. She cried but she agreed to break things off. She asked if they can meet up one more time because they never got the chance to say bye. I agreed on the condition that they leave me out of it and that she makes it clear to him that that will be the last time they ever even speak. Any further contact of any kind after that will be the end of us. I should also note that in our subsequent fight that night, at one point I did say something like, well, why don't you just go off to his place then, in a rhetorical way that you sometimes do in heated argument, and in a moment of pettiness she said fine I will and packed a bag and went. She spent the first night with him out of spite, but they did not sleep with each other and she would not have stayed any further nights except he went away for work so she had his place to herself. Out of pride she was holding out and waiting for me to make contact before coming back, just as I was. We had to take around a half-hour break when I told her I had gone as far as making an appointment with an attorney for next week. She didn't handle that well at all and had a severe panic attack. She said she never imagined that would ever be on the cards, and that she would have come home days ago if she thought I was even remotely thinking about it. That she can't imagine life without me. Finally I asked her how I'm supposed to believe the things she's telling me or if she's full of crap. She said she promises she's being truthful and she's never broken a promise to me before, which is true. So I'm inclined to mostly believe her explanations, but there's still a lot of things I need to work through, process, ask about and convince myself of. We decided we would close the marriage for a couple of months to focus on our own relationship and then reassess. I've cancelled my meeting with the lawyer and we're going to go to counseling. She offered to close her side unilaterally and let me keep seeing my partners, but this is about both of us. I'm not interested in having her punish herself for the sake of it. I still have to figure out if 1, I really fully believe what she told me, and 2, if I'm satisfied to continue. I'll take our time while we're close to make up my mind.